Hello there everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Bo Talks Games. Nintendo has announced a Nintendo Direct for tomorrow morning. It's not exactly the Nintendo Direct we were expecting or hoping for, but they have confirmed that at 7 a.m. Pacific time tomorrow, we will be getting an Indie World Showcase followed by a Nintendo Direct partner showcase, which is very interesting. They say here the live stream featuring both presentations back to back will be roughly 40 minutes in total. Let's talk about this. Alrighty, good morning everyone. So this is not what I had on my bingo card. I know there was some fear of a partner showcase, but I had been I don't know, I had been saying, I don't really think a partner showcase makes sense. There's so many first-party games slated for the rest of this year. Why would Nintendo not just want to go ahead and shove them into what could be a partner showcase, but then just make it a full-fledged Direct? But alas, we are getting a Nintendo Direct partner showcase, which this will make it the second partner showcase that we've gotten. It is not a Nintendo Direct mini partner showcase. There is a distinction there, and we'll get to that in just a second. But yeah, this isn't what I was expecting. I really thought we were going to get a full Nintendo Direct, or at least a regular Nintendo Direct Mini that has some first-party stuff in it, but this is kind of an interesting branding package here where we're getting an Indie World followed by a partner showcase tomorrow morning, which they've never done before. And just to make sure no one gets the wrong idea here, they say in a follow-up tweet, please note there will be no mention of the Nintendo Switch successor during either of these presentations. Yeah, I wouldn't expect to see the Switch 2 and an Indie World presentation or a partner showcase, but either way, you know, it's a little deflating that it's not a full Direct, and I'll be real with you all, I already had recorded some predictions for that, so that's all hogwash now, right? That's not happening. So you'll never get to see my predictions for a full Direct, but this is very interesting, and I am excited to see what kind of third-party games show up here. The last partner showcase was not bad. In my opinion, the partner showcase that we got in February was actually pretty good. There was a lot of exciting announcements there. Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance was there. Endless Ocean, of course, was a first-party announcement, or at the very least, it was a Nintendo published announcement from that showcase. So yeah, I think it's totally possible that we have some pretty high-profile games announced in this Direct. I made a video on Saturday talking about some potential third-party things that have leaked over the past couple of weeks. My Sims from EA, I think, is a slam dunk for this now that it's been popping up on their website and a bunch of European retailers. Tales of Xillia Remastered was rated. There's some other random odds and ends like Legacy of Kain 1 and 2 Remastered. I believe there was Gothic 3, Goat Sim 3. I know there was some rumbling about coming to Switch. And even beyond those things, I mean, we can see more Dragon Quest 3 and Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD Remake. I talked about it in my predictions video, and I'll mention it again here because I still think this applies, maybe even more so now that this likely won't have any major first-party announcements in it. We will probably get something from Team Asano or one of those Square Enix tier games, so either a new Bravely game. There's been a ton of teases of a new Bravely game. Maybe it would be Live Alive 2. We've been hearing a lot about that potentially happening. Even going back to, I think Midori had said it was in development. Now, obviously, take that with a grain of salt, but they've been doing this countdown every day on the Live Alive Twitter accounts. So I could see Live Alive 2 being announced here. Maybe that releases early next year or something. I would also love to see something from a Level 5. Now, they did just delay Fantasy Life 2, so who knows if they're in any state to be announcing release dates for their games, but currently for 2025, I believe it's Deca Police, Fantasy Life, you can assume is coming out next year because it was supposed to come out in 2023, then 2024. I hope that's an early 2025 release, so maybe we see that again. Maybe that gets a new date. Professor Layton, Deca Police, like I mentioned, Inazuma 11. Level 5 has a lot of stuff cooking right now. Even that new Yokai Watch game they teased that they were supposed to announce back in April. If they're not ready, they're not ready, and I don't want them to rush anything out, but I would like to see something from them if they are ready. That's a great chunk of games that I would like to see in this partner showcase. I think there's still plenty potential for an exciting showcase from Nintendo's partners, and I'm excited for that Indie World as well. I know I already saw a lot of tweets about Hollow Knight Silk Song. I have given up hope for that game. That game feels like vaporware. That'd be really cool though. That'd be a huge get for Nintendo, and maybe that would explain having an Indie World leading into a partner showcase. It is definitely interesting to see this branded package though, of having both of these things happening at once, because I wonder if Nintendo realized most of the Nintendo Direct audience isn't really watching Indie Worlds, because I think for a lot of people, they just don't care that much about Indie Worlds. It is what it is. It is unfortunate, but I think a lot of people just don't really care to watch these things. Now they're kind of forcing you to. It's like, okay, well, Indie World first, then Partner Showcase. The fact that the Indie World is first is especially funny. No, you can't even just come in and tune in for the Direct. You have to watch the Indie World branded package there. But I do want to talk about what this means in relation to the next console, the Nintendo Switch 2. I think it is very, very weird that they're doing both of these presentations in one day. And I think it's especially weird that they're happening in August. While I was expecting a full general direct with more first-party Switch game announcements, I think this showcase happening now, and the way that it is happening, I'm not going to say it confirms anything, because it doesn't confirm anything, but the way I'm looking at it, from where I'm sitting, the Switch 2 is getting announced in mid-September. Like, I would be shocked at this point if that thing is not getting announced in September. We heard some rumors and rumblings from Brazil over on Femi Boards, as well as on his podcast, that Nintendo was moving presentations up to make room for some more presentations in September, October, or I guess it was just moving up the marketing plans for Switch 2, basically, not necessarily in September or October. I don't want to, put words in his mouth, but basically the idea is some presentations were moved up to August to make room for something presumably in October or September, and I feel like, what else would that be? I guess it's possible we get another full direct in September, but I don't think that's very likely. I do think it's likelier that we get a Switch 2, I don't want to say reveal event. I don't think we'll get like a full hour-long presentation of Switch 2 games and news in September, but some sort of Switch 2 reveal in September, like a 5-minute trailer, 3-minute trailer, whatever that is, followed by a bunch of third parties coming out at TGS and saying, hey, this is, we're bringing Monster Hunter Wilds to Switch 2, we're bringing this game to Switch 2, that game to Switch 2. I feel like getting that out in mid-September just makes a lot of sense, and this direct being positioned the way it is just makes that all the more likely, in my opinion. So while I know a lot of my viewers are tired of the Switch 2 brain rot, I cannot look at this and not think that it's a bit suspect the way they're rolling this out. I really, truly do believe that the Switch 2 will have some sort of movement, some sort of news in September officially from Nintendo, even if that's just a tweet where they're like, hey, it's coming out in March or April or May, right? Like they did for the NX back in 2016, where they tweeted out following their investor meeting, like, hey, it's coming out March 2017. Even if it's just that, we'll see something about this new console in September. At least that's just my opinion on it. I've been saying September for a long time now. Maybe I'm just doubling down on it because I don't want to be wrong, but I really, really would be surprised if a August Direct happens and then there's just nothing in September. Like, we're just gonna get nothing in September. No news from Nintendo in September. That doesn't really make any sense. With that said, I am still very excited to watch this partner showcase. I will be live streaming it tomorrow, so I'll go live at about 6:45 a.m. Pacific time here on YouTube to react to this thing. Of course, like I said, reacting to the Indie World first, because that's coming first, and then the partner showcase itself. And I said it a little bit earlier, I think people are going to see the word partner showcase and immediately doom and gloom. I don't think you should do that. There's plenty of third-party games that could be announced here that are plenty exciting, in my opinion, but it's not a Nintendo Direct mini partner showcase like the ones from 2020 were during COVID. So I feel like there's going to be something substantial in this, at least one game that's like actually a big deal. And I think that could be a Nintendo published game. We saw Endless Ocean announced in the February Direct, and that is just a Nintendo IP that was developed by a partner, yes, but it was published by Nintendo. Nintendo owns Endless Ocean Luminous. So I think we could see a similar situation here, where they announce a game that maybe Nintendo doesn't own the developer, but we're getting a game announced from an IP they own, and they're publishing it, and it releases in November. I've been talking a lot about some sort of game releasing in that week before Black Friday slot, and I think that could be here. Now, as for what that would be, man, your guess is as good as mine. The term partner is so loose. If we're counting Endless Ocean and Arika's involvement with that as them being a partner, if Nintendo views them as that, could Spike Chunsoft be a partner when it comes to making a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game? That's something that I feel like could totally happen and make sense for a November release. Nintendo doesn't own HAL Laboratory. Could Kirby be a partner? Nintendo doesn't own Intelligent Systems. Is Fire Emblem a partner? I guess it really just comes down to how they're feeling in the day. I think the term partner showcase is just to set expectations that there's not going to be a bunch of first-party games, when in reality there will probably be one. That's my take. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm coping, but I do think there will be at least one first-party thing here that kind of gets us excited beyond all the third-party stuff. But let me know what you think that might be down in the comments below, and let me know your thoughts on this this surprising Nintendo Direct announcement, Indie World double pack that we're getting tomorrow. Are you excited for the showcase? Are you expecting some exciting announcements? And To be honest, I will say, more importantly, do you think this is indicative of anything relating to the Switch 2? Because I hate to be that guy, but man, this is weird. This is weird timing. If this exact presentation package was happening the first week of September, I really wouldn't think anything of it. But it's the fact that it's in August that is just giving me such a weird vibe. That's weird. Nintendo doesn't do directs in August. They don't do it unless they're like really game-specific things. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Of course, subscribe here for more Nintendo Switch news, reviews, coverage, all of that fun stuff. I will be live, like I said, tomorrow morning reacting to this double feature of Nintendo goodness. So stay tuned for that. Watch my live stream tomorrow and my reactions. And this week is PAX West, so I'll be posting gameplay videos for Echoes of Wisdom as well as Super Mario Party Jamboree and trying to cover all of that for you. You can also follow me on Twitter at BoTalksGames. Check out my other channel at It's Amiibo. And until next time, folks, peace.